I took it for a test ride, and the middle wheel is bouncing on the nubs, so it's not getting traction. The plan that I got this from called for springs going from here down to there, so I'm going to get some of those. And I think I have a slick, a tire without knobbies that I'll try too. A little bit of a push, little. Okay, we're making some adjustments on the electric bike. I got these springs, like $3.75 or something at Walmart. They hook down here. They hook down here to keep tension of the drive wheel on the wheel. However, I'm having a problem because the crappy cheap hinge I bought at Harbor Freight has a lot of wiggle room. So the whole thing tends to slide off to one side or the other of the wheel. So I got to come up with something back here to center it and kind of keep it in line so the two will work together. Not quite sure what that is yet. Yeah, well, I tried this little Razor, I think it's an E100. I think it's the smallest one they make, and I tried to put this on a bicycle. Yeah, it kind of worked, but not very good. My guess is it probably won't work great on this either, but I really want to turn this Roma Nova mini bike into an electric mini bike. Although who knows, I might not go that route. But right now, I think just to see if I can get that back wheel to spin, I'm going to set this up on wood blocks and try to make a good connection between that little rear wheel and the wheel of the Nova Roma, which is actually not the right wheel at all, but it'll suffice for now. This is actually a lot easier, or it seems to be so far. I just took a piece of wood, bolted it down to the engine plate, took the back half of the scooter, which I had already cut out, on this hinge, which it already was on, straightened the hinge out, just attach that, and the motor will spin the back wheel. Now the back wheel, I reverse the polarity just by switching the wires around, and we got the throttle mounted up here. Now this is an E100, so it's basically an on-off switch. You know, it's not a throttle, so to speak. It's, like I said, on-off is basically about it. That's the batteries and the guts, and I'll put that on and show you what I got thus far. Okay, we turn it on. Now with the throttle with this thing, you turn it and you hear that noise. With this thing, you got to bump start the wheel so that it starts the engine going. I guess it's a safety feature because it's for younger kids, I guess, this scooter, and it's a safety feature. So I'm going to have to put the camera down someplace and spin the wheel, and we'll see what happens. Without anybody on it, maybe 10 miles an hour. Somebody on it, maybe 5 miles an hour. I don't know, but we'll get everything like clamped down and we'll give it a try. I need a tube for that back wheel, and the back wheel is terrible. It's all warped and stuff like that, but it's the only extra 5-inch I got right now. Okay, we refined it a little bit. We got the batteries mounted on top of these blocks of wood that are screwed into that piece of wood below. Boy, wood is handy, I'll tell you, to fabricate. The back wheels track pretty good. The thing I want to do is put a spring adding pressure from like here down to here on it. Haven't really figured out how I'm going to do that. I want to do it so that I could take it off too, in case, you know, the bike ODs someplace and you want to get the pressure off the rear wheel so that if you got to push it, it's not that hard to push. So, I don't know, I'm pretty excited. Oh yeah, I put on this silly foot peg, just a bar, because there was nothing on the right side was missing, but there is a little bit left over here, so I might mount that a little more permanently. Right now it's just got tie wraps around it. So, we'll see. Kind of interesting.